Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Hot 2 times, and as you can see by the title, this will be how I build my credit as a 20-year-old single dad. So we're just gonna jump straight into the bit. I made like some key points just so I can get it bit done quick, cause I got my baby, as you can see, her play pen right here. But yeah, I'm gonna just jump straight in. So first thing that I did to build my credit was I didn't apply for a credit card like that was funded through Goldman and Sachs, or like one of these these banks that require you to have like some ridiculous ass credit, like Goldman and Sachs. I think like, bro, if you got anything under 700, they're not even gonna consider you. And, you know, if you first starting out, and it's also about your credit history, which is some more shit. But if you got under a 700 credit score, they're not even gonna consider you. So yeah, I applied for some shit. I got Capital One. I got my first credit card through Capital One, and which is not a bad company. Like, they known for like giving like newcomers, you know what I'm saying, a card with a pretty decent limit. I don't want to get into like, you know what I'm saying, the exact limit that I have, but they gave me a pretty decent limit to say it was my first card, and was I 19? I was either 19 or 20 when I first got it. So yeah, I applied for some shit that was that lets you, like, that had a good thing for entry level, like people who just started building their credit and who don't have any credit history. Which credit history is more important than your credit itself. But that's like another video. And I'm not here to explain none of this. This is just what I did. I'm not here trying to teach nobody how to do it. This is strictly what I did for my credit and what got me to where I'm at right now. Second thing I did, I always pay back the full balance early. I do not care, like, bro. One thing about paying off a credit card, it's gonna take you, like, when you transfer the money, like when you set up your appointment, like, to pay it, it's gonna take like 2 days anyway. So if you pay it on the date, you technically gonna be late because they're not gonna get their money until 2 days later, which is, yeah, I don't play that. I pay my shit off onto my 2 weeks. I really don't buy shit like if I already don't have the money. I just use my credit card because it's like an opportunity to build my credit, and the longer your credit history and the more good payments you have, you know what I'm saying, quicker your score can increase and shit like that. So yeah, I always pay my shit off full balance no matter what it is. I always pay that bitch off early no matter what. Like, because if it's late, it's basically like it's gonna drop your score way more than it would go up if you paid on time. Like, if your shit, like, if you do something that's fucked up on your credit, that shit gonna drop your shit. But I'm talking about like 30 points, some shit like that. Like, and it's not easy to go back up. But yeah, I always pay my shit off early every single time, no matter what. And I'm talking about, I always pay full balance. I do not make payments, none of that. I do full balance every time, for sure. Like, I'm talking about guaranteed every time. No, third thing, never use a full balance. Let's say if they give you $500, you never buy something that's $500. You always leave. Me, myself, my credit limit is like, it's pretty high. So like, I'm not saying like I'm just gonna go splurge on some shit, but like, I'm not about to just go spend the whole thing. Cause if you do that, bro, it's like you really only supposed to use like 30%, which you can use more, but like, you know what I'm saying, they say like 30% is like the golden area. I done used more than 30% before, but it was never my full credit limit. I feel like using your full credit limit is like, I just don't ever do it. I feel like that's a risky game, because nigga, if you fuck up, you fucked up for sure, especially if you can't pay it back. So I never use my full credit limit. Number 4, I never buy anything that I cannot afford without this credit card. If I buy it on my credit card, I already have the money for it. I could afford it 2-3 times. I just use my credit card strictly to establish credit history, which is more important. Like, that's the most important thing, is the credit history. So I only use my credit card to buy something that I can already afford if I did not have this already. And that's what I feel like most people go wrong. That's what, like, well, I don't know about y'all, but like when I was younger, my people always tell me like, yeah, don't fuck with no credit cards, they're gonna fuck up your credit. But I feel like it was because like they had the mindset like they should buy or use it when they didn't have money. I use mine when I have money, you know what I'm saying, to establish the credit history. I don't use it if I'm flat broke, or like, say if it's like a day before payday and I don't want like my money to get too low, I use my credit card and then just pay it back as soon as I get paid, something like that. But I'm talking, if I'm flat broke, I'm not using the credit card. I'm never gonna, nah, that's not how you do it, because it's just a cycle. It's basically a cycle of you getting broke, because if you use it when you don't have no money, as soon as you get money, if you don't pay back your credit card, you're gonna fuck up your credit. And if you pay back your credit card, you're not gonna have no money anyway. So that's just a cycle that's gonna keep you broke. I always use it when I have money to afford whatever I want it anyway. Number 5, don't live beyond your means, which kind of is like what I well, I already touched on a little bit, but like, if you only got $100, don't go buying something that's $600 just because you got $1,000 credit card limit. Because either way it goes, it's still $500 that you got to make up for. So whenever you get some money, no matter what, that $500, you still got to come up with it some type of way. And I'm not like, I know like some videos I posted and like some of the shit that people see me have like in person and shit like that. They might think like I just be buying dumb shit, but like I guarantee you, all them the $1,000 shoes and shit like that. If you can see in this corner right here, the $100 jerseys, $200 jackets, like shit like that. I'm telling you now, I could afford that. Like I can afford that. I buy what I can afford. I shop within my means, which I'm not even trying to brag. Like whatever I buy is what I can afford. I'm not saying that damn everybody should be buying what I'm buying. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying, you less of a person. If you can't afford, I afford. I'm just saying that's what I can afford with the money that I have. So I'm never buying nothing that I could not afford without this credit card. Like that's just how you gonna keep yourself broke. It's like a trap almost. But that's why if you see like most rich people, like I think the guy who made Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, I think that's how you say his name. He did an interview and he was saying like he never gave his kids a debit card because, you know what I'm saying, the root word of debit is the word debt. And he was saying like a debit card is like the most useless thing because you using your money when they got all these companies who would give you their money and let you invest and, you know what I'm saying, play around their money, which now that I'm getting older, like I read a lot. Like most people don't think that, 'cause, like they see me with tattoos and shit like that, or like they just see me in general. They won't think that I be reading, but like, bro, I read like a lot. I done read 48 Laws of Power, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm talking about, I read articles, like news articles. I watch news and shit like that, like just so I can keep up with like what the fuck is going on in the world and shit like that. But I read a lot. That's how I even like came across the shit. Cause like, bro, I'm telling you, like I said in my last video, I'm kind of like the first one in my family, like in my entire family, to be trying to like, you know what I'm saying, like really be playing with some money type shit. Like I'm not saying like we broke, like we done been broke for. I'm saying like right now, like we cool, you know what I'm saying, everybody getting their money in their type of way. But I'm trying to be on like, I can book a private jet to go to Jamaica for a month tomorrow and not even blink type shit. I'm trying to be on that type of shit. Yeah. Number 6, I use my credit card to make investments, which, let me explain this, and like it might be a long definition, so if you ain't really trying to hear, you can kind of skip through this shit, but let me try to explain it. If, say, alright, I'm gonna just say selling shoes, because this is how I used to do it. If the shoes drop on Nike, instead of putting my debit card on there, I'm using my credit card to pay for the shoes. Then when I sell the shoes, I'm gonna keep my profit, the 50, 60, how much profit, I'm gonna keep the profit, and I'm gonna pay back whatever I use off the credit card. And then you just keep repeating the cycle. So you might make $50, $100, and you know, so you just keep going up. Either way, it's money that you didn't have before. So I just keep doing that, and then like basically, you getting all this money for free. Like if you're using a credit card, it was never your money to begin with that you were spending. You were spending somebody else's money. So either way it go, like you spending $200 off this credit card, then you sell it for $260. You give them their $200 back, and now you got a free $60, and you just keep repeating it. Like you just keep doing it like that, and now you just keep going. But it's hard because, like, you know what I'm saying, $50 don't sound like a lot, like, but it's still a $50 that you didn't have before. And it's all about your mindset. Like some people might be making $1,000. Like it's just all about how you look at it and like what type of circumstances you in. Number 7, take advantage of your cashback offers. Like if you go to your app. Let me go to my app. Just gotta find that bitch. Alright, boom. When you go to your app, it's like they have like certain stores that damn. Boom. Let me go to the bit loading. But like they have like certain stores like, I don't know if that bitch is showing up type shit. I don't know if it's clear or not. Alright, yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. So you see you got like Adidas, Zappos, Hertz, shit like that, and they all got like a certain percent of cashback that you get. So cashback is like, well, I'm not even about to get into explaining shit. That shit's gonna make shit too long. But either way, take advantage of your cashback offers. Like use the full benefits of your credit card, cause like you get discounts and shit like that. And like cashback, you can get money back from using credit card, all type of shit. So yeah, I really just be reading, bro. Like trying to damn, cause like I said, I'm the first to do it. So like it ain't really like I got a lot of people who I can just ask and then they'll give me like a good answer. So like I just be reading and shit like that. But that's really how I'm building my credit. And down right now, let me go back. My credit score, let me try to block out the balance. Oh, I think I screenshot. Let me go try to find it. Oof. All right, boom. Right now, my credit score, boom, my credit score is 686. And this is my first year. Like, I ain't even had this credit card for a year yet. This is my first, like, what, 3 months of me trying to build my credit. I ain't never missed a payment. I'm talking about every payment on time. I never went over my limit. This is like my first time actually having a credit card. Like when I first got one, people was telling me like, hey, you know what I'm saying, be careful, you know what I'm saying, that's before they credit up. But really, so far, like, it's a good experience. Like I'm being smart with it. I'm damn making money with the credit card instead of just using it for its money. Like I'm actually using the money that's on the credit card to make more money for myself. So like it's kind of like put me in a different type of position, and damn, I feel like that's why I can purchase some of the shit that damn people see me having. And like, I'm pretty sure they probably thinking I'm doing some other shit. But the whole time, bro, I'm using somebody else's money to buy it, and damn, making profit off of the money that, you know what I'm saying, I use off my credit card, and damn, just keep repeating the process. But like, yeah, that shit, credit is like more important than cash in a way, because if you don't have credit, you can't really do anything. Like, you know how car lots be like 0 down with a certain credit score and shit like that. Like it's just way more benefits of credit than you trying to use cash. If you use cash, like basically you paying more, because sometimes like some credit cards companies like give you a limit of $10,000, and like of course you don't have to spend the whole 10,000, but you know, like, you can do so much with that 10,000. That's 10,000 that you didn't have before. So if you keep building credit, people will be able to like be willing to lend you more money, and you can do more shit. But it's really like all about your mindset, because like it really do take some discipline. And me being young, I'm like, it's hard, because damn, if they telling you got 10,000, you like, oh shit, like hold on, like 10,000, yeah, I'm trying to go. Especially if you ain't never had nothing before, you like, oh yeah, 10K, yeah, I'm up. But nah, like you just gotta discipline yourself, bro, and you gotta damn make it make sense. Like, bro, if you can't afford it without a credit card, don't touch it. If it's not something that you feel like is even like, don't just go splurging. Like, don't go buy a $500 shirt. Like, that's stupid. Like, don't go do no shit like that. But yeah, just try to keep it smart. Like, try to fucking just do shit that makes sense to you, and like try to think about it from another person's perspective. Like, if you be like thinking like, you just find you like, I don't know, I go on YouTube and like, you know what I'm saying, that's how I really like be finding all these people and stuff like that. But like Grant Cardone, like people like that, I watch them, and damn, people who do like real estate and shit like that, and like I just put in my mind like, damn, like will he make a purchase like that? And not saying live your life like how another person made that decision, but I'm talking about these people who already done made their billions. So if they wasn't doing this when they didn't have this amount of money, why am I feeling like I'm different? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just put in that type of perspective. But yeah, that shit pretty cool. And damn, you just gotta, it's really about the discipline, bro. Like, you really got to be on your shit. But I ain't want to make this video too long. So yeah, appreciate everybody who watched. Appreciate everybody who's gonna watch.